A war between India and Pakistan is widely considered highly unlikely, though not entirely impossible due to a combination of strategic, political, economic, diplomatic, and nuclear-related reasons. This does not mean that skirmishes, tensions, or limited military engagements cannot occur, but a full-scale war, like those witnessed in 1947, 1965, or 1971, is no longer a viable option for either side. 1. Nuclear deterrence and mutually assured destruction. MAD. The most significant reason war between India and Pakistan is highly improbable is the presence of nuclear weapons on both sides. After conducting nuclear tests in 1998, both countries officially became nuclear-armed states. This development fundamentally changed the security calculus in South Asia. Mutually assured destruction, MAD, implies that any full-scale war that escalates to nuclear exchange would lead to catastrophic consequences for both. Both countries possess second strike capabilities, meaning even if one initiates a nuclear strike, the other can respond in kind. The cost of nuclear war: millions of civilian deaths, radiation, destruction of cities. Economic collapse acts as a powerful deterrent. Nuclear weapons make war a lose-lose proposition, deterring full-scale conflict. 2. Economic interdependence and globalization. Modern-day warfare is not just fought on battlefields. It severely impacts economies, trade, and international alliances. India and Pakistan have emerging economies, with increasing dependence on global trade, foreign investment, and economic growth. War would scare away investors, lead to stock market crashes, currency depreciation, and economic instability. Though the economic losses from a war could take decades to recover from, setting both countries back in terms of development and poverty alleviation. Economic rationality discourages war, especially for countries focused on growth and global integration. 3. International pressure and diplomacy. The international community, especially major powers, like the USA, China, Russia, and the European Union, plays a crucial role in discouraging conflict between the two nations. South Asia is a strategic geopolitical region, and any conflict could disturb the broader regional and global order. Organizations like the United Nations, CRC, and even bilateral diplomacy play an active role in diffusing tensions. Back-channel diplomacy often kicks in immediately after an incident, reducing chances of escalation. Both nations are increasingly connected to multilateral forums, like G20, SCO, BRICS, where peaceful coexistence is promoted. International mediation and pressure help prevent escalation to war. 4. Internal challenges and priorities. Both India and Pakistan face significant internal challenges, social, political, and economic, which take precedence over external aggression. So, India has to deal with poverty, unemployment, infrastructure development, regional disparities, and maintaining secular harmony. Pakistan faces economic instability, internal insurgency, political unrest, and governance challenges. War would only exacerbate domestic problems, shifting focus from nation building to destruction. The political leadership in both countries is under pressure to deliver growth and stability, not war. Governments are more concerned with internal development than external military adventurism. 5. Public sentiment and war fatigue. Although nationalism may flare up during tensions, the general public in both countries does not support a full-scale war. People-to-people interactions, through media, art, sports, and culture, have built mutual understanding and empathy. Social media and global awareness have made people more informed about the true cost of war. War fatigue, from previous conflicts and the suffering of common people, have created a collective aversion to war. Public consciousness has evolved beyond romanticizing war, favoring peace and prosperity. 6. Past experience with limited conflict. Several events in recent decades show that controlled skirmishes have not escalated into full-blown wars. Kargil War 1999, limited conflict after Pakistan's incursion into Kargil. Ended quickly due to Indian military dominance, international pressure, and nuclear risk. 2001 Indian Parliament attack and 2008 Mumbai attacks. Though India blamed Pakistani elements, no war occurred. India chose diplomatic isolation and intelligence operations instead of war. 2016 surgical strikes and 2019 Balakot airstrikes. Tensions rose dramatically, but both sides showed restraint. India used measured military response, avoiding escalation. Diplomacy and de-escalation quickly followed. Even after provocations, both countries have demonstrated maturity and restraint to avoid war. 7. Asymmetry of power and risk aversion. India's conventional military power and economy are significantly larger than Pakistan's. India has a larger and better equipped military, stronger economy, and has greater international clout. Pakistan, aware of the asymmetry, is unlikely to engage in a war it cannot win conventionally. Therefore, both sides pursue limited engagements or proxy strategies over direct war. Power imbalance discourages Pakistan from initiating war, and India avoids war due to larger geopolitical responsibilities. 8. Evolution of warfare. From military to cyber and hybrid. The nature of conflict has changed.